All right, the Longhorns going to take on TCU this week. Texas coming in 5-2, taking on the 3-3 Horned Frogs of TCU. Let's take a look at some stats. Texas, first of all, coming off of a big win against Kansas. Hard fought victory. Dicker, the kicker, getting it done there at the end, winning that game 52-48. Sam Ehlinger coming into this game, he's 177 for 255 passes thrown for 2,057 yards, 69.4% with 21 touchdown passes. On the ground, 88 rushes for Sam Ehlinger for 318 yards, averaging 3.6 per carry. Running backs, Ingram, 82 carries for 423 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.2 per carry. Roschon Johnson, 74 carries for 409 yards, 3 touchdowns. He is averaging 5.5 per carry. Looking at some of our wide receivers, Devin Duvernay, our top receiver, 61 catches for 627 yards. He's averaging 10.3 yards per catch. 6 touchdown receptions for Duvernay. Brennan Eagles, 19 catches for 367 yards, averaging 19.3 per catch. 5 touchdowns for Brennan. Last game played against Kansas, he caught a few balls. He got involved a little bit more. He needs to continue to do that. Colin Johnson, 21 catches for 286 yards, averaging 13.6 per catch with only 1 touchdown. This being mainly due to him being out with the injuries. Dicker the kicker, take a look at his stats. He's 3 for 3 from 30 to 39 yards out. He's 4 of 6 from 49 to 49 yards out, and 1 for 1 from 50 and beyond. So pretty solid is our kicker. Looking at our defense, Joseph Osai, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. Overshone with 2 sacks and 1 interception. Total sacks for the team, 11, with 10 interceptions total for our defense. So we've got a struggling defense that's hurt. Everybody knows that. We can't take anybody lightly. Moving forward, TCU, let's take a look at some of their stats. Duggan, their quarterback, he's 80 of 142 balls thrown for 874 yards. Sitting at only 56.3%, averaging 6 let's see here. Nope, that's wrong. Averaging 6.2 a throw with 9 touchdowns. D. Anderson, that's their running back, 83 rushes for 588 yards. He's averaging 7.1 per carry with 6 touchdowns. Duggan, their quarterback on the ground, looking at that stat, 49 rushes for 161 yards, averaging 3.3 per carry, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Looking at their wide receiver core, this is where you see that though the quarterback, they haven't been crazy explosive through the air. He has managed to mix it up to get the ball out to a number of different receivers. Rieger, 23 catches for 271 yards, averaging 11.8 a catch, 3 touchdowns. Hunt, 11 catches for 210 yards, averaging 19.1 a catch, no touchdowns. Thomas, 8 catches for 121 yards, averaging 15.1 with a touchdown. Davis, 8 receptions as well for 112 yards, averaging 14 per catch. No touchdowns. Heights, 8 receptions as well, 108 yards, averaging 13.5, no touchdowns. So the wide receiver core, it's clear to see, you got 3 receivers with 8 catches apiece. So the quarterback's mixing it up. He's guys are finding their way open, and he has managed to get the ball out to them. So that's something that we're going to have to watch out for. Their kicker, Song, he's 1 for 1, under 20 yards, 20 to 29 yards out, he's 4 for 4, 30 to 39 yards out, he's 5 for 5, 40 to 49 yards out, he's 1 for 2. So it's pretty solid field goal kicker with a long of 40 yards. Defensively, Wallow, 2.5 sacks. Blacklocks, 3.5 sacks. Total on defense, sacks, they've got 11 with 5 interceptions. So defensively, they've got some guys that can get through the line and disrupt some things. But ultimately, looking at the passing game for them, not a whole lot of yards through the air, but they do have the ability to make some big plays. So defensively, we're just going to have to be as stout as possible and give our offense the ball back. Our offense will be able to move the ball against this team, but TCU, they're one of those teams that you never know how they're going to come out and play. So we're beat up defensively, so there's always opportunities in our secondary to make some things happen right now. So let me know what you think about this game down below in the comments, how you think we're going to fare against TCU. And as always, if you like this video, you can share it and subscribe by clicking on the bell to the right. And hook 'em horns, let's go beat TCU. Texas, as I said, 5-2 right now. TCU coming in 3-3, so we're going into their house. So hopefully we'll fare pretty well there, and we'll move on from this game. So Texas TCU Saturday, hook 'em horns.